Hey all, Chris Bassett here, and I'm playing a little GTA Online. I'll be showing you how to get the Navy Revolver and an extra 250k. Let's get into it. So you want to come over here to the map. This will be your first location. It's in this hotel area right behind the giant Paul Bunyan with the beer out front. So I did run into a little bit of a problem, was I couldn't find this first clue. I had to change a couple sessions until it finally spawned in for me. But if you listen to the audio, you'll hear some creepy groaning and moaning, so that's how you know you'll need to investigate this first clue. Alright, so let's see, we'll go to the next location after you investigate that clue. Alright, so the next location is over north of Sandy Shores. It's right here on this building. So we'll head over that way and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so you're wanting to come into this dilapidated barn, and we'll be looking for a machete that's stuck to the side of the barn. Once again, you'll hear that audio prompt, and that's how you know you're in the right area. So as we get close, listen to the ghostly noise, then investigate the clue. We'll get a little bit of cash, and we'll move on to the next location. Let's see, we'll open up the map, and it looks like the next location is right over here. So just come north of the airfield. It's right in this little ditch here. There'll be some garbage we gotta sift through. Alright, I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so we're coming over to the spot. You can see these red aluminum fence rails with this pile of garbage and tires. You'll get out, you'll hear that noise, and we'll investigate this hand. That'll give you the third clue. We'll go ahead and move on out. I'll show you the other different locations on the map. Alright, so you come southwest just a little bit to this area down here. We're going to move in a little closer, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so as we're coming in, this is also a area for a gang attack, so watch out for that. But it's just on the side of the barn here, the fourth clue. You'll hear those same, eerie noises. And you'll see on the side of the wall here it says, "Can you find me?" So investigate this clue. Go ahead and exit. Okay. So now we're 4 out of 5, so the fifth clue is going to be located somewhere on the map. There's 5 different spawn locations. I'll put a map up for that, so check this. So here's all 5 locations. This will go credit to firstsports.com. Thanks for creating this easy to read map with the different points. But you just check all 5 of these locations and you'll get it'll be randomly in one of these spots. So I'll show you where mine is found. So the fifth clue has 5 different spawn locations. Here's the first spawn location. It'll be a black van. It'll kind of be hidden in the trees. I didn't get it, so we'll move on to the next. The second spawn location could be down here. Whoops. Be down here by just to the south of the military base. Alright, let's head down there. So it should spawn in right here in this grassy area. Okay, I didn't get this spawn location, so we'll go to the next. come over to the east side of the map. It's just south of this building here. It's about right here. So we'll head over that way, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so as we're coming into the tanker plant, you'll want to identify this structure right here. It looks like it's a water tank with a red, I don't know, oil barrel or something next to it. But the van would spawn in just behind that. So let's see if I got this spawn location, and I did. So this will be the one that I have for mine, but I'll show the other locations as well. So we'll just land and inspect it. So you'll hear that supernatural noise again. And it's a van full of candy for kids. So exit. You get $5,000. And then we should get a text message from an unknown character. So the next step in the event will be from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. in-game time. The slasher will try to find you somewhere, and he'll pop up behind you with a machete. So one of the safest places to do, or to be, would be like an open, wide open area, like the airfield or something. You can also, to avoid him, you can also climb on top of your vehicle, and he won't be able to climb up top, so you can protect yourself from up there. So I'll make a cut to the next two locations, and then we'll cut back to when the slasher shows up. Alright, so this fourth location on the map is going to be under the bridge over here on the east side. See the loop, and the van would spawn in right underneath the bridge here on the right by the posts here. Watch out for the train. Alright, we'll head to the next location. Alright, so it's just north of that. It's on the right side of the railroad tracks. Right here. So we'll fly up that direction, and I'll show you where it spawns. Alright, here you go. So it should be this fifth and final spawn location. Should be right down here. Now, if you didn't find it at any of these other spots, I definitely recheck spot number 1 back in between the trees. On my previous PlayStation 3 account, I did miss it, and I ended up wandering around, and it was back underneath one of the trees north of the Army base, so check that out. And here he comes. I can hear the footsteps. I'm wearing a headset. Look at him go. So just take him out. And you get another $50,000 and the Navy Revolver. Now, in order to complete the challenge for the Navy Revolver, you need 50 headshots that can be on players or NPCs. But you get the 50 required headshots, and then you get another $250,000. Booyah! So yeah, I hope this guide was helpful. Hope it was entertaining. If you liked it, put a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, put below. Thanks, everybody. Later.